Welcome to the
Welcome to the
podcast,
podcast,
everybody. Let's try that
I
again.
don't think that.
Yeah.
No,
Let's
no,
try it
let's
again.
leave it like that.
3,
No,
2,
no, it
1.
deserves to be. No, it
No,
deserves to be that
really,
way.
really,
Yeah.
really.
What if we
Yeah.
each said a word of
Yes. No,
Welcome.
wait. Nate, we need to go. Okay, so me, River, Mateus. Okay, so welcome.
Two. No.
Okay,
All right,
welcome.
we can do this.
Welcome.
Two. No.
Damn it! I keep forgetting I'm third.
No. Welcome.
What?
Two.
The
Pog.
Cast.
yeah.
Okay, I think that
I think we
worked.
got it. Yeah.
There you go. It only
Good
took
job, us.
third time's the charm.
All
times
of
the
those
charm.
takes have to be in the end.
Yeah. This whole thing is the intro.
Yeah. Welcome
Thanks.
to
That's it.
what-
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, that's the episode, everyone. Thanks for watching.
And theme song.
Talking about things that we don't really know. This is the Podcast. Return of the King to Attack of the Clones. This is the Podcast. It makes no sense, and that's what we're here for. This is the Podcast. Like and subscribe if you wanna see more. This is the Podcast.
Welcome back to the podcast. It's episode 26. We've been away for a while because stuff's busy.
Life.
Stuff and
Yeah.
things.
And we also tried to record a Minecraft episode that
But
went
my
to
computer
shit.
crashed.
In short, it went to shit.
Basically, yes.
And there was pretty much nothing interesting that happened.
No,
It was just me and Ripper playing Minecraft.
we just literally lost.
Yeah.
But not even like so. We didn't even lose so badly. It was entertaining,
No.
like in
No.
Cats kind of way.
It-
It was just
In a
Boring.
cat's kind of way.
yeah.
Oh, that movie.
Do you
I
guys
still haven't
want
watched
to
it.
start like a Minecraft, like just like a survival Minecraft game together?
That'd be awesome.
We
That
should.
would be kind of like a
Pog-
fucking survival
Fogcraft.
Podcraft.
Pogcraft
Episode one.
SMP.
Podcraft SMT.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
the title is amazing. Pogcraft SMP.
Oh, God.
I mean, hey, I'd be down.
Me too.
We just need something to run this server off of,
Yeah.
or we'd need to pay for a server, but those
Yeah.
never work.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
me and my buddy have a two-player server that we use for just sticking around, but we tried one of the paid ones for a long time, where you pay for the server and it runs it, and it did not work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them I think scam you because it's pretty difficult to tell when you're getting the proper amount of RAM, that
No.
like
Totally.
the amount of RAM that you paid for.
Yeah.
Okay, so a complete side topic.
Yeah.
'Cause I just did it and it made me think. So if I brought this up before, I think on the podcast, but I've traveled a lot, and so only in Canada have I heard people say no, yeah, and yeah, no.
Yeah. No.
Nowhere else.
That can't exist.
Uh,
I've heard
Sure,
it
people say that in,
a
like,
little bit in
UK,
the
maybe.
States from family, but nowhere else. Because
Really?
yeah, no is no, and no, yeah is yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah.
And I don't know why we say it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just like linguistics.
It's
Yeah.
like a natural flow of
If you have,
words for some reason.
If you have a large group of people, even if it's like 27 million people, there'll be more. There'll just be linguistics that just appear randomly. Like there's no reason why in Seattle people call roofs roofs,
No,
but
no.
they do.
Yeah, there's no reason why in the UK and Australia they call people cunts, but I like it.
Well, people still call people that here, but
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
very
less-
under
it's just
wraps.
less
common.
socially acceptable.
Less common.
Me and my buddy were out on a hike on Saturday, and he looks over at me and yells, "You're a cunt!" And some lady behind us is like standing there, like, "I am offended." And it just made it funnier. Like,
Though you're just going out on a hike and randomly there's just this one lady behind you, just like, I'm offended.
you tend to see a lot of people up near where I live, and it was really funny because we try actively to avoid cursing around people because it's kind of rude in
Yeah.
some cases. And we didn't know she was back there because she was walking immensely quiet, which I don't know how one does on a dirt and gravel trail.
Yeah,
Like,
gravel.
I have no idea how one manages to walk quietly on that shit. But anyway, he just looks over me and yells that, and then we look back for a second, and she's standing there like, and it was the funniest shit I've seen all week.
That thing that old white ladies do
Yeah.
whenever it starts with the, and then it goes to the bobblehead,
Yeah,
you know? Well,
No way, I'll go do it at the same
You know?
time.
you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
uh,
this is quality content here.
yeah. This is
Our banter's off the charts.
this is what happens when we take a break.
Yeah.
So, gaming stuff. Anybody played Hitman?
No,
No.
I've not.
It is so much fun. I got Hitman 2 for free from a friend,
Hmm.
and I bought Hitman 3 because it was on sale.
How much was it?
I think it was the deluxe editions. The standard edition is 80. The deluxe edition is 120, but I got it for 50% off, so it was actually 60.
That's a great deal.
Yeah, it was a really good deal. And you get all the added bonus stuff with it, so that was fun. But I've started playing 3, and it is so much fun. Like, as far as games go, something that I really like about Hitman, it actively tries to make you not do what one might consider evil things.
Really?
Like, if you kill people that are not your target, you get points deducted,
Oh,
which I actually
That's
really
sad.
like.
that's sad.
I've
like-
seen people play it before, and it doesn't. It makes you get points deducted, but you still can technically go around and kill everyone on the map with a
Huh.
fish. So
I mean,
you know.
yeah,
That sounds
I've done
awesome.
that. Actually, you can't kill people with a fish. If fish
Well,
is
you
not
knock
illegal.
them out with the fish, and
And
then
then
you
snap
break
them.
their neck.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Obviously. I mean, if
like,
you have a fish, what other
I
thing,
definitely run in there with
what
like
other
a
use is there for fish?
gun. I
Or
definitely
the
run in-
briefcase glitch where it flew way slower than it was supposed to. Have you seen that, Rupert?
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I've had
Okay.
that happen.
I can probably send a link, but you can throw a briefcase in the game
Yeah.
to like knock people out, but it flew at like a quarter of the speed it was really supposed to. So they would be like running away and we're just not able to outpace it. So it would just slowly, and then it would bump into them and they'd fall over, and it was hilarious.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
The funniest thing is if that happens and you've been seen. and
That's
so
what they
the
call
guard-
good.
the-
That's kind of glitch that you shouldn't fix.
No, it's like the Giants in Skyrim. If you fix it, it's not the same game. But it's so funny because if you throw the briefcase and then the guards see you as a threat, they'll pull out their guns and start walking towards you. And this guy one time had walked into the briefcase coming at his head, and the game completely glitched the fuck out, and he started spazzing all over the map.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really fun game because, like, I like the fact that you can go in with a shotgun for an approach,
Yeah.
which is quite entertaining. But there's
Cool.
also certain achievements you can get by doing do a stealth run with a shotgun. that make it really fun. Anyway.
It
I'm
seems
watching
that
the
this
homing
person was
briefcase.
killed by accident.
And the guy off the roof.
Oh my
And it
God.
marked it as accident kill. Funniest shit I've ever seen. It's funny because
This video is
it has
amazing.
that.
I'm putting this in the description.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It has that thing that games do, where the shotgun is incredibly inaccurate to a shotgun in real life. So you have to be within about 4 feet to maybe like 5 meters of somebody to actually kill them with a shotgun, with a headshot. The way a shotgun works, it would work from 20 feet away. Anyway,
Oh.
it bothers me.
Yeah, but it might not kill them from 20 feet
No,
away.
but yeah.
I always thought the name of shotgun was kind of weird. I mean, it's like calling a sword a stab sword.
Well, because it usually uses like buckshot or
Oh.
bird shot. It's like
Yeah.
it's a type of ammunition.
Yeah, r/woosh. But anyway,
What?
never mind.
No,
Whoever
no,
gets
no.
it.
No. I understand the joke.
Trying to provide some education. Okay.
But what?
Mateus
I
got whooshed. Whooshed
Yes, he
with
did.
4 O's.
Through the Zoom high five.
But that was so fucking stupid. Also, you just
Yeah.
with your mouth, you said r/woosh with your mouth. That's
We're not
way worse
denying
than
the
anything I
cringe
could
here,
ever do.
mind you.
Uh,
Cringe level
Yes.
was way up
Yeah.
here.
yeah, cringe level is pretty high for all of that.
Anyway.
Also, you can't say, for one, you can't say with your mouth r/woosh ever
You
in
just
your
did.
life. Yeah, but that's in a different, I mean in your context. And for two, I feel like you can only do that to someone if the joke was funny, you know?
Can I just interrupt everybody and say
Yeah.
Mateus getting passionately angry at something is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I have to agree.
I definitely play it up because yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like I feel like that was not a joke that you
It was
could
not a good joke. No.
No, it was a terrible
It
joke.
was it's a stretch at best.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You gave it a shot.
Yeah. So okay, have some now for our latest segment
Come
on the show.
on.
Underrated or overrated,
Come
where
on.
we say if something's underrated or it's overrated or just rated. Give a quick
Come
explanation if
on,
it's underrated or
dude.
overrated.
That
but
was a pretty good pun. Come on.
It was good.
Yeah.
I'll give him that much.
yeah, but if it's rated, you just say rated, no explanation. So this episode's category, TV shows.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm specifically focusing like more on comedies, but there's one non-comedy in there because I couldn't think of comedies that I'd actually watched. So Brooklyn
Yeah.
Nine-Nine.
I would say overrated. I would say
Hmm.
like almost every comedy TV show is overrated.
Mhm.
You know,
Almost everyone that you know.
I
Yeah.
usually say I'm a little bit biased on this one, but Brooklyn Nine-Nine's been one of my favorite shows, but I rewatched it relatively recently, and there's a lot of cringe comedy in it, which I don't enjoy. So I'm gonna just say rated.
Yeah, okay. The Office.
Overrated. Way
Overrated.
overrated.
It's really good, but again, the amount of cringe comedy in it makes it a little bit unbearable at times.
I couldn't
Also-
get through the second episode.
Also, after Steve Carell leaves the show, it
kind of goes downhill. Yeah, but it kind of starts going downhill before that even. Yeah.
I watched the entire first episode because people were like, "Oh my god, this show's amazing," and I only like smiled once.
The first season,
The
was
first-
shit.
Yeah, the first season is terrible. The second season is where it gets good.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna watch 5 hours of television
Yeah,
in
just-
order to
yeah,
get to the
just-
good.
Yeah,
5
just start on
hours.
the second season.
Yeah. Yeah, just
I
throw it in
mean,
the
not too
second
much even
season.
happens in the
If you're
first season.
curious. If you're not curious, then yeah, just leave it.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's one of
I
those
think I'd rather just
shows-
watch something else or play
Yeah.
video games or something.
See.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, okay, something I do appreciate about The Office while the topic is up. I appreciate the fact that they weren't afraid to cover certain real world issues in a comedic note.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, in that case, Futurama is still an excellent show.
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched it when I was probably too young, especially to get a lot of the jokes and like a lot of the kind of
Yeah.
sub levels of political and
Yeah.
economic and stuff like that. And I'm
Mhm.
rewatching it now, and it's better the second time, I would say.
Oh, nice.
It's really good. Would recommend.
Yeah. Yeah, I still need to watch it. Okay. Friends.
Overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah.
With that one, I couldn't get past the fucking Netflix preview thing.
Yeah.
I watched the Netflix preview because again, people were like, "Oh my god, it's so good." And there were 3 separate like nice guy jokes
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like serious straight face like, "Well, don't you know Candace or whatever the fuck her name is?
Yeah.
Women don't like nice guys." And I was like, "Dude, fuck. That's
I-
so cringe."
I watched
Oh
the
my
first
God.
season of Friends and just out of pure curiosity. And I gotta say, I've never been a fan of kind of the romantic comedy style of movie or
Yeah.
show, but I really didn't like it.
Mhm.
It was just boring,
Yeah.
just basic boring.
Yeah, I actually watched on this topic. I actually watched a video recently on like layers of irony and
Oh, yeah.
how like that show was like in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how in like the 90s, like irony and that kind of level of humor, it was so much more basic than it is now. Like there are so many
Yeah.
more levels of humor to a show nowadays or from the early 2000s that's comedy than there is to like sitcom in the 90s. Because just humor has sort of advanced.
I
mean,
would
yeah,
say that's true, but Futurama, that's true in general, but like
Mhm.
Futurama's from 1996, I
Wait,
think.
seriously?
Yeah, the first season
It's
was
old.
released
Wow.
in like 1996.
That's earlier than I thought
And
it was.
I would say it's still like it's got a lot of layers in the comedy
Yeah.
for sure.
It was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've especially noticed that with sarcasm and watching the way it's evolved over the years.
hmm
And even to another degree of that is cursing. Like if you take 100 years ago and cursing in public was to some degree very frowned upon. Whereas now it's almost a natural sense with a lot of people.
I mean that it's that thing about how like back in like the medieval times, the worst swear you could possibly do was like God's boot by God's boots.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
You'd
just
get, like,
saying
hung
the
if you said
Lord's
that.
name, saying the Lord's name in vain was bad.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like even just saying
Yeah.
Jesus Christ or
Yeah.
that sort of thing, it was blasphemous.
Yeah. Totally.
I don't know what I would have got punishment for saying holy hell. It's a complete contradiction of itself.
To be honest, I love that expression. It's one of
Yeah.
my favorites.
I think I like bloody hell better.
Oh, yeah, I
But
love
then
that.
everyone will think you're just trying to be British.
I guess.
Depends on
a
how
lot
you
of
use
other
it.
people. I think the Irish and the
Australians.
Scottish and us, the Aussies.
Just because I say cunt doesn't mean I'm Australian.
It kind of does though.
I respect
Yeah.
that culture. I don't mind people.
Yeah, totally.
Some very smart person one time said that Australians are just British people who got really far into their skill trees.
Well, Australia is
who it
all the
was.
British criminals.
Yeah, they did it through
Yeah.
crime.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then New
They
Zealand is
gained
where
XP through crime.
all the classy criminals escaped off to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Australia.
Okay, next question. Parks and Recreation. Underrated,
Never seen
overrated, or rated?
The Office is higher rated than Parks and Rec, and I think that should be reversed. So I'd say a little
too.
underrated.
I think I'd have to agree that's underrated. I think it's really good personally.
Because I mean, again, there's a lot of cringe comedy in the first season or
Yeah.
two of
Yeah,
Parks and Rec.
but the first season is just trying to be The Office.
Exactly.
When whatever the guy's name was, like whoever that guy, that weird straight man character guy in the
Yeah.
and as soon as he left, it just became what it is.
It was
Yeah.
one of those shows that like The Office, it burned out around season 7 or 8.
Yeah. Oh, The Office
Whereas-
didn't even get season 8.
Right.
It did season 7. It had burned out like season 5.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, season 5. But Parks and Rec,
It stayed good till
season
end.
1 and 2 was a bit of a burnout, but after that
but it stayed
everyone still
really
wants
good
it
to
to
the
go.
end.
Yeah.
I feel like there are only very few shows that can last past like season 7, and the good shows end
Yeah.
there.
Season
you know,
7.
like now that I'm thinking about it, Star Wars: The Clone Wars ends at season 7.
Yeah, that's just when things
Futurama
end.
ends at season 7, I believe.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine ended at season 6.
Well, didn't
Aren't
they
they
just put out the
still
new
going?
season? Yeah, they just
Yeah,
put
they're-
out their last season.
Yeah, their new season was their last season.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm glad they ended it, to be honest. I didn't
Yeah.
want to see it go down.
Yeah, okay. The
I
next
thought that it already went downhill personally. Like I tried watching, I really liked the show. I watched the entirety of it until that new season dropped, and then it was just like, yikes, you know?
What I liked about the first season was it still had sort of an element of being a talk show in it.
Yeah.
Whereas
That's really goofy.
I think by season 5, it wasn't really a cop show. It was just kind of a comedy / rom-com.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, it was like
Mhm.
just not nearly as good.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like
It
the
ne- it
jokes
needs-
weren't
it needs
as
to
good.
s-
The
It just needs to sort of
characters
sit
weren't
on that
as
like
good.
comp show parody kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Here's one that's completely different than all the other shows. Stranger Things.
Rated.
Overrated.
I like the horror aspect of it because I've not watched a lot of horror TV shows that have actually been played off.
I'm going to be totally honest.
Mhm.
My sister is or at least was a big fan of Stranger Things, like when it first came out, and I didn't watch it when it first came out. So she was like, "Oh my god, it's the greatest show ever! You've got to watch it. It's amazing." Then I watched like the first 3 episodes, waiting for something to happen, and it was
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah.
I also
The
just
first
watched,
season, nothing really happens until the end of the first season.
and for the record, I did only just watch it like a month ago, so I'm still a little bit on the TV enjoyment.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, and I only watched till I'm not even sure if I finished season 2, but it was like,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
but the actual horror level of it was done quite well, which
Yeah.
I
The soundtrack's really good.
the soundtrack's really
Yes.
good for sure.
That made me want to
And
get like an
it-
analog synth.
Apparently, it gives off like the vibe of the 80s really well.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It's like watching E ET.
Like my
Like
dad
80s.
even pointed out one scene where he was like, "Hey, I had those socks."
And my
I
dad's
owned
like,
that pair
hey,
of
I'm pretty
socks."
sure that I had a friend who had that bike.
Yeah, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. That kind of thing's done really well. But
Everyone's
liked
dad can
11.
relate to.
I gotta get in on this dad thing. My dad watched Stranger Things with me, and he goes, "I didn't fucking grow up like this."
yeah, well, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a movie in the 80s, it's always someone's dad who either is like, it's like, what on earth is this so inaccurate? It's like, yep, I wore that exact same outfit.
Yeah, I had
10
those
years
bed
straight.
sheets.
I still have that pair of pants.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, I got a show to throw in the pot. Out of
Hey.
curiosity, if you guys
Bring
both
the format.
TV. Have either of you guys seen Lucifer?
Seen
Netflix?
what?
Seen what?
Lucifer.
Lucifer? No.
I haven't seen
I've-
it.
I've seen, like, I've had it recommended to me, but I thought it looked kind of cringe, not gonna lie.
Yeah, me too.
I gotta be honest. I think the advertisement of it made it very underrated because it's actually not okay. It's a little bit cringy at spots, but it's actually really, really well done. And they just put out their final season.
Cool.
But it poses some very interesting thoughts on psychology.
Oh, I like psychology. I like interesting thoughts.
Yeah, and it actually is partially a cop show, which I enjoy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's actually kind of a cop show, which caught me off guard. Yeah, it was really, really good.
I thought it was like one of those rom-coms that's basically just like softcore porn.
Yeah, I did too. It's
And that's why I began
that's why I
watching
started
it.
watching it. Yeah, that's why I started and that's why I started to watch it.
yeah, like despite the numerous episodal references to sexualization, it's actually a good show. But see, there's references to it, but you don't really see anything. It's just said a lot, which I don't know. I prefer that.
I think that might be worse.
I see.
You know?
I'll take people saying, but like saying threesome or sex over them showing naked people kissing on TV. I don't enjoy it at all.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't understand. Like, every movie and almost
Yeah,
every
it's
TV show has like an unnecessary romantic subplot.
Yeah, there are so many things that just don't need it.
So it fucking ruined The Hobbit. Yeah.
What'd you say?
That's what ruined The Hobbit.
There was an unnecessary romantic subplot in The Hobbit. I don't remember any romance in The Hobbit.
I do not remember that.
Legolas has a girlfriend in The Hobbit, which completely fucked
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember much about The Hobbit. I'm gonna be totally honest.
I'm gonna do a
invented
watching
female
party
elf
on December though.
who fell in love with a dwarf whom Legolas was in love with. That shit was
Oh,
not
right,
in the
I
books.
remember that.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, fair enough. But I was thinking
That
more
didn't
like,
ruin it. I just don't even remember that.
yeah, I didn't remember that. I remember it now. I don't think it ruined it, but yeah, I can understand your
Like
point.
in the Lord of the Rings, has the best romantic subplot with a Gimli and what's her name? That's the best romantic
Wait,
subplot
Gimli
in any
and
movie.
who?
Galadriel.
It's the
What?
best thing.
I also
If you read
don't
the
remember
book, it's the
this.
best thing ever.
Oh, really? It's only
Yeah.
in the book?
It's great.
I need to read the Lord of the Rings book. I've never read them before. But sorry, back to my point. I was watching Yesterday with my mom recently. I have two problems with that movie.
Yeah.
For one, do you know the plot?
Yep.
Vaguely.
Yeah, so basically
Gets
the
hit by a
Beatles-
bus.
He gets hit by a bus and there's like a massive power outage or whatever, which I don't think they ever explain. I didn't finish the movie, so I don't know.
Yeah, they don't.
And so he wakes up and the Beatles don't exist, and a bunch of other stuff doesn't.
The most popular
exist.
of everything, like
cigarettes
don't exist,
and blah blah blah.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, yeah. And so then he goes and like starts playing the Beatles, right? And like just uses all of the Beatles songs, but
Claims them as
everyone
his own.
doesn't know them.
Yeah.
Which is a cool concept.
Yeah.
Two problems with that movie that I found. One, Beatles would not have hit nearly as hard nowadays as they would have back then.
No.
Yeah.
You know,
Totally.
not nearly as hard.
No.
Want to know who would hit as hard nowadays as
Who?
they would have back
AC/DC.
in? Well, maybe,
No.
but I
Mm,
was
no,
thinking
no.
Pink Floyd,
Oh yeah.
right?
Really?
Like during coronavirus,
Yeah.
Pink Floyd, like uh The Wall, Pink Floyd, uh Wish You Were
Yeah.
Here,
With their best album,
fucking, like
Animals.
Time, Money, right? Money would have hit so hard,
Yeah.
like
I wonder
in
how.
our modern society if it
That
was
is
just
true.
released. So that's the first one. And then
I
the
wonder how
second one
Journey would have held up.
is that there was just like a cringe romantic subplot, which you like started off and was like, oh look, there's the romantic subplot. There she is. That's her character, is the romantic subplot. And it's like, ugh, can we not? Can we not do this? I wanna.
And also
You
just I
you
love
were
how he's just so awkward during that entire thing.
Also, in honesty, completely different series that the romantic subplot ruined it for me was Harry Potter. Because Harry Potter 1 and 2 and 3, I absolutely loved. But then into 4, 5, 6, 7, there
Oh,
was so many constant romantic
I mean,
drama
it's
bits.
like they literally almost like filled to like
I mean,
what's his name,
it's
because Ron thought that Hermione was
Yeah.
cheating on him with Harry. Like,
yeah, well that's like
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling. She's
Weird.
like an interesting
weird.
character.
I'd say a bit more than interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a
Okay,
yikes from
1,
me.
2, and 3 were really good. Both
Yeah.
the movies and the books. But then in 4, it was like, okay, I can see where this is going. And
Yeah.
then in 5, it went there, and in 6, it blew it up.
Mhm.
I only ever fully read the first one, and then I tried reading the second one, and it was just like, meh.
Yeah.
Like I think I like the movies better. Because like at least the visuals were good in the movies, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One Noah book series that did deserve that more than Harry Potter, like kind of its world renowned status.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson and all
Yeah.
of those series.
Yeah.
They're really good.
The books were really good.
Yeah.
The
I haven't
movies
read the books
sucked
actually.
ass, but the
Okay,
books
the
movies
first,
were
were
the
really
not
first
good.
movie I really enjoyed.
No,
The movie,
You're
it
not
has
I
allowed.
know it was
entertaining parts,
bad.
but it wasn't
No.
that good.
you're
I
not
know
I
it
wouldn't say
was
it's
allowed.
bad, but
bad.
it wasn't good. It was solidly mediocre.
Yeah,
It,
well,
like I know it was a really shitty movie, but if I separated it from the book, I really enjoyed it. If I thought of it as the same story as the book, I hate it.
Though there's this one part that just annoys me so much in the movie where there's this Cyclops guy and he puts on sunglasses. It's like you literally have a plastic bit right in
Oh,
front
the
of your eye.
second
How do you
one.
see?
The second one, oh my god, that was
yeah, with Tyson.
Oh,
Tyson's
yeah.
such a good character in the book, and I fucking hated him.
Yeah.
Fucking hated him in the movie.
Yeah.
I love Tyson in the book. Tyson's fucking awesome in the
Yeah,
book.
Tyson's
But
fun.
yeah, would recommend. They're an excellent read. It's also really interesting to watch him get more comfortable writing different characters.
mm,
So like the
Yeah.
first book, all of the cast is white, right? Or
Yeah.
except for Grover, who's like Hispanic, I think.
No, I think
Or
he's,
is he
I
also
think
white?
he's African American.
In the
he
movies,
just
he's
has a
like
tan.
Hispanic or South American or something like that. I think that actor. Anyway, it's been a
I
while
think
since I've seen
he's-
that movie. But yeah, so like all the characters are white, and then in the second one you've got fuck, what's his name? Starts with a B. He's son of Hephaestus, main
Oh.
guild. He's black. And then like then a couple more characters, and then in the second series you've got Piper, who's Native American, and Beckendorf, that's his name.
Yeah.
You've got Piper, who's Native American, and like that sort of thing. And then Yeah, and then like he expands into like writing gay characters or queer characters in general, and it's really interesting to kind of
Mhm.
watch how he gets more and more comfortable and better at writing characters.
Mhm. Yeah. And on that,
Actually,
And on
sorry,
that-
on that note, real quick, before we end the episode, I actually really enjoy seeing gay characters in books and movies. And
If they're good,
exactly.
I
if it's
have-
not if it's not Netflix.
Yeah, pretty much.
there are some good gay characters in Netflix. Q Force excluded in its entirety.
Yes.
There are.
Like even
like-
they made Lucifer in Lucifer bi.
That makes
I mean-
sense. Seems on brand.
Yeah, it was on brand, and the character fit perfectly. Like
Mhm.
he's like, oh no, I sleep with men and women, and like
I mean, yeah,
yeah, it fit.
I feel like that's
perfectly.
what the devil would be, you know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But
But like one really good TV show that I watched recently was Dragon Prince.
yeah,
Super good, full of gay characters, which were actually enjoyable.
they were actually
like-
not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, where it wasn't.
I really liked.
character.
I really liked the deaf aunt. She was awesome. I loved her.
I remember that a little bit.
Super wholesome. Would recommend. But I have one story, and then we can end it, which is
Okay.
a
Wait,
book.
real quick on the
Okay.
note of Percy Jackson. The that book was I think the only book in series I read that the romantic subplot didn't overtake. It was
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
actually fit the age and the setting really well.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's
Yeah,
story
he's
time.
good at writing romantic subplots. Or like the main character of Magnus Chase and that other character, the gender fluid one, that was a really cool character.
Yeah.
Liked them because they were the child of Loki,
Mhm.
who's a
Oh, yeah.
shapeshifter and is also gender fluid in Norse mythology.
Mhm.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I thought that was a really cool character. But I just have one quick story, which is that
Okay.
I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and
Mhm.
there was this one audiobook that I listened to, which was really cool. The main character was gender fluid and was a great character. They were like going the like kind of driving plot was that I believe they were like a street urchin kind of person, and they wanted to make a better life for themselves. And there was this thing going on, which was one of the right hand of the queen had died. So there are 5
Oh.
assassins that are the right hand of the queen, and one of them had died. And so there was an opening, and you had to go get trained. No one knew the faces of these assassins. They wore different masks all the time and stuff like that. And so a bunch of people like go in, different people get accepted for whatever reason, and then they all put them together in a castle and go, whoever is the last person left alive and not arrested gets to become the newest member of the right hand, which comes
Oh,
with
wow.
like riches and titles and land and stuff like that.
What happened to assassinate people?
So all of these people have every day there are like classes, on poisoning and bows and like athletics and climbing and stuff like that,
Yeah.
stuff that assassins would use.
Mhm.
And also they were learning how to become an assassin while also having to like protect themselves from being
Ah.
assassinated by the other people. And also you
Mhm.
couldn't get arrested because any crime that you commit was still illegal.
Yeah.
It was just so super cool plot because like
That's a great plot.
they set up what they did was they set up like a bell attached to a rope attached to their window, and so the bell rung, they woke up and shot the person with a crossbow, and then they
Yeah.
ducked out the window. So then the next chapter was them like looking for, they like shot them in the leg, and so they had to discover who it was that had a limp.
Yeah.
And so it was like super like mix of a murder mystery, and also they were kind of struggling with having to kill these people,
Yeah.
right? And it was
Yeah.
super good. And then the book ended, and the kind of romantic subplot lady, which had been part of the romantic subplot, gets captured by her own dad in a really fucking stupid way. And it just sucked, because then the second book fucking blew
Oh.
ass. The first book was so
No.
good, and it was fucking. So eventually they win because they don't die or get arrested, because
Yeah.
they're the main character, right?
What I would do is I
Ah.
just wait it out and then just finish off the last person.
I think they got the last person arrested. They like
Okay.
framed them. I think the last person was like the person that tried to assassinate them on the first night, and they shot. So there was still a blood stain, and then they
Hmm.
like tied the injury to them trying to sneak into their
Yeah.
like apartment thing.
Mhm.
And yeah, so it was super good. And then
Yeah.
and then like the lady, so her dad's kind of like a bad guy, I forget why. And
Just is.
yeah, it was like, oh, the bad guy, which isn't like a terrible thing, but like then like I forget exactly what happened, but it ended. Oh, right. uh the assassin had a knife against, after like weeks of training and becoming like an actually proficient assassin, because that's what this was for, had a knife against his throat, but he had a knife against like the love interest's throat. And then for some reason the assassin, instead of just like stabbing him, dropped the knife, and then the dude like shot the assassin and then kicked her out of a window, I think. Anyway, it was fucking stupid. But it was a really good book. The first book, super good. Second book, not so much.
Oh.
And then the driving plot behind the second book was like trying to find his long lost love or whatever.
Oh.
Real quick, because I know we got to wrap up, but on the note of books, there's a series I just started reading called Otherland by Todd Williams. It's really good, and if you enjoy audiobooks, they have a really good audiobook on it. It covers he writes a mix of fantasy and sci-fi.
Oh.
It's if you enjoy audiobooks, I recommend it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you love the sci-fi?
Anyway, yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Interesting
A long
episode.
If you've actually watched this far,
Fucking
thank you.
poggers, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch this far.
Yeah,
we're all sorry.
You must just like be at like a mayonnaise plain level to have watched this far.
Yeah, definitely like a mayonnaise kind of deal.
Yeah. Yeah. If you think we played the mayonnaise this episode, drop let us know in the comments.
If you think we played the mayonnaise, let us know in the comment section below.